Hey, check it out. You're smoking with your boy JoeThunder. This podcast brought to you by bgood dispensary, our official sponsor. Bringing you the latest and greatest in hip hop and the arts and cannabis culture. With co-host Elvis Freshleee and DJ Cyn. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy JoeThunder back once again with another episode of the Smoking with JoeThunder podcast. I got my good homie co-host Elvis Freshleee in the building.
Yo, what it do?
Chilling. How you doing, brother?
You know, just making moves.
What you puffing on the 8th wood? What you puffing on?
Nah, this ain't the 8th wood. I just rolled up some leftovers. I got the 8th ready, though. I'm going to do that here in a second.
Oh, shit. Well, hey, if you don't know where we're at 11 West Hampton Boulevard. They got all those specials. I got those $99 ounces out the door today. You know what I'm saying? What's the address up north? I don't ever remember.
114th and Cherokee.
Right across from Boondocks.
Right across the highway from Boondocks, right across I-25.
Hell yeah. We got DJ Cyn in the house. What's up, Cyn?
Oh, hey.
How you doing?
How y'all doing? Oh, hey.
Right? How you doing?
I'm good.
Just hanging in there?
Yeah, I'm feeling
Busy
good.
day?
Busy day.
Hell yeah. Well, we got
Get
another
work done.
episode for y'all. Got another banger, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We got,
definitely.
I don't even know where to start with this person. She's just,
We got the heavy head in
yeah,
the city.
top dog in the
Yes.
city when it comes to,
Queen.
you know,
For sure.
hip hop comes to shows, you know. She's got a new
killing it.
position today. We found out, you know what I mean? Like, wow, we don't even know what we're going to talk
Killing
about.
it.
But we got Rue Johnson in the motherfucking house.
What's up? Bra, 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 bra.
Jamaican
air horns. What's up? So
How
good
you
to be
doing?
here with you
Thank you
guys.
so much for coming out.
Thank you for coming, yeah.
being here.
Thank you guys.
How you doing today? Do you mind if we talk about the exciting news?
Let's talk about 100%.
Let's talk right
about
off
it.
the bat because that's what's cracking right
It's
now.
super fresh.
Hell yeah! Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I pretty recently accepted a position on the board of directors at Levitt Pavillion, which is a really exciting outdoor venue here in Colorado, and I feel like it's really on the next level of like creative entertainment and space, and also about the culture of live music and just the idea of wanting to be with your people in a space where you can like hear something that moves you and heals you. And that I think is such a dope mission at Levitt because it really is a place for people to pull up and enjoy entertainment regardless of like what's actually happening on stage. And I feel like that has been really congruent with the culture I've been building in my time here. So I'm excited to join the board of directors and excited for hip hop to be at the table and have, you know, some real direction in what's making an impact in the city.
They're very lucky to have you too, because I feel like you're gonna bring so much to the city.
Thank you so much.
They came up.
Thank you.
They came up.
They did.
For sure. No, really.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's really an honor.
I know we've already seen some dope people at Levitt. We've seen Amisi, we've seen Rachel Bailey, we've seen
112.
Yeah, Kid Astronaut. Yeah, we're talking about Denver cats now, not
Yeah.
112.
I
You know
know.
what I mean? It's in. But you know, we've been seeing that, so we already know with you being there, that's gonna just plug it even more. You know?
Yes, absolutely.
That's real dope. Well, congratulations again.
Thank you.
Hey, being this is your first time, just let them know kind of where you're from, how you kind of made your way to Denver. You know what I mean?
Definitely. So it's just funny because I've known you the longest for sure, Joe, and it's when to some people, it's almost kind of like I just have always been in Denver, but then obviously, you know, I came here as an adult and really just sort of made my way in terms of the direction of my dreams, right? So I'm from the East Coast, from New York. I went to college in North Carolina. You guys probably also hear me say that I'm also from North Carolina because I feel like that because I went to college there. Yeah.
No razor.
Right. So like if you see other interviews, I'm like, oh, and I'm from North Carolina, but I came here from New York and
What part, real quick?
Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah. Kosciuszko and Marcus Garvey.
That's dope.
So I came here and really just wanted to continue amplifying music and like, you know, expressionist spaces that I care about. And I was lucky to be able to dive in with some work at Westword, which is, of course, the weekly newspaper in Denver. And I was really just working with a lot of creative hip hop artists on that level until I quickly realized that the foundation in the city wasn't really meant to support or like really be sustainable for hip hop artists in terms of media. So that kind of changed the direction of a lot of the work, which has kind of put me on the path to where we are today.
Oh,
Did you
that's
take?
great.
You kind of like took over like the Westward stuff after like Herrera, right?
So Dave Herrera actually brought me in. He actually saw an article that I had written for Yo Raps magazine, but I wrote it about some Denver artists, and he was like, "Oh, who's this person? How does she know about what's happening in Denver?" And someone was like, "No, she lives here." And so then he asked me to come to a meeting, and I went down to Westward and had a meeting, and he was like, "Okay, so this job did not exist, but now it's yours." So
That's dope.
yeah.
So
Where
tight.
is Dave nowadays? Do you know?
I don't know where Dave's at. I was thinking about it just the other day, to be
Dave
honest.
Herrera, if
Like,
you're out there and you're listening, hit us up. Hit JoeThunder. Hit Rua. We
Hit
need to
us
know where you're
up.
at, man. We were
Yeah.
just talking about. I was just talking about him the other day. One of the last times I seen him, we were kicking it at somebody's shop. We had like a meeting and. Everyone was painting. He's like, dog, this is like the dopest shit ever. And he was really into graffiti too.
he was. No, he was into the elements. I think that's why Dave was really like, he allowed me to come in and really write about some shit that no one else was talking about, right? No one else was like finding the art and the joy and the real shit. No one was really tapping into that on a media level.
right.
And Dave really just like let us
yeah.
tap in. Yeah.
And that gives the creativity. The streets start listening, and that's all you really need.
Yeah.
Now people are realizing that, and trying to exploit it.
Yes.
But,
Also true.
But trying to keep it pure around here. Take care of everybody.
Yep.
Hey, who were some of the artists you connected with first when you were working at the Westward?
All right. The first artist that I wrote about ever at Westword was this is why I want to let people know, like, listen, I'm not from Denver, but I've been living in this town, right? So this is also my city.
Right.
Because the first artist I wrote about was the Fresh Breath Committee.
Oh,
Does that even ring? Like,
Wait,
the Fresh Breath Committee,
rings a
Catch
bell.
Lungs was in.
Catch
Fresh
Lungs.
Breath,
Okay.
Paul Jr., who
PJ.
was going
Paul.
by, what was he going by at the
He was
time?
going by PJ.
No, he wasn't going by PJ, he
Nah,
was
it
going by
a
something
different
else.
name, yeah.
What was he going by?
During Fresh Breath, it was something else. What
Oh
was it?
fuck! Contrast was in the Fresh
Right.
Breath
Yeah.
Committee. Fucking Catch Lungs.
Yeah,
Faux Chief
Right.
was in the Fresh Breath Committee, and I might be missing someone else, but they were my first Westword writing topic. I covered their album release party
The
at the
CPR, right?
Fox.
Oh,
Yeah, at the Fox Theater. Yep, they were.
I remember that. That Master Ace there was a dope show.
Yeah, it was really
Oh,
dope.
damn.
You came out, rocked. They did a song with them. They kind of, blew it off the hinges. Shout out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Definitely.
Yeah,
that's
for
dope.
sure. Fresh Breath Committee. And then, of course, I really was on that side of hip hop that was tapping into the elements that I cared about the most, which does include like art and graffiti. So, Main Rock, of course, who you know.
Yeah.
Main Rock
I
for
did a show
sure.
with him.
Shout out, man.
Main Rock is still, to me, one of the like dopest writers. And he hates when I'm not going to say it, but there's some artists that are out that are mainstream public right now that I hear them and I'm like, Main Rock was doing this back in like,
Right.
and I've made those like connections. And he's been
different.
like, I don't know, but he's been, he's
Shout
a
out
pioneer.
Main, for
Shout out
sure.
Main Rock for sure.
Shout out. Stay tuned is their project.
Yes,
right
with
now.
DJ Tense.
Super dope.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Tense is an unreal DJ. I've seen his hands like fly off of his body before while he was scratching. He's unreal. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's dope. That's
I'm
dope.
gonna light this blunt because it's time.
Is it that time? Smoking that llama, that Be Good, Levitt West Hampton.
Shout
you know
out
what
to
I'm
Be
saying?
Good.
Got those specials for you,
If it ain't be good, it's no good.
right? Tell
It's
them Joe
because
Thunder
I
sent you.
am a big fan of Food Chain. I always ask about this or bring them up a lot.
Yeah.
Did you do any articles on them?
I did so many articles on them. I wrote
Yeah.
about them individually. I wrote about them as a group. Actually, one time, I think the first time I wrote about Food Chain was for Fly magazine, which was kind of like the like nightly club.
That was
flyer
Leonard's
with-
shit, right? Graffiti.
No, that was I think Graffiti was designing it.
And it was like some African guy.
It was Yosef,
Yeah,
Yosef, yep.
Yes,
Yosef, who's
Yosef.
killing it. Shout out to
Killing
Ethiopian
it.
Truck. Okay, go get their
Yeah.
healthy, amazing, delicious food. But I wrote about Food Chain for Fly magazine, and Mike Coates invited me to. Natalie Tatum, who was singing for them at the time, invited me to her house and brought the whole entire food chain, and that at the time was a really big deal because they were really taking over the city in that way, and it was really hard to get them all in one place. And I was lucky enough
like
to
Wu-Tang.
Yeah, like literally like Wu-Tang.
Because they got a band.
Yeah, exactly. Drums and shit. So Mike Coates brought them all to Natalie's house and then invited me there for an interview, and it was a really impactful piece for sure.
Oh, that's dope. That's dope. That's dope. Those are cool cats.
Mm-hmm.
I remember actually meeting them all at FL's in the basement. I was debuting my DVD and I had them on there and I had to go over there and show them, check it out. And they're like, they kept seeing all the TKO and shit. They're like, we see that shit everywhere, bro. And like, you know what I mean? But yeah, they get down.
Yeah, shout out FL for sure.
Yeah, y'all need to get y'all comeback ready.
Let's go. Mike Coates has been like, I mean, he's the dopest A&R. I mean,
the dopest. He's just fresh to death.
He's so fresh to death, and he's just really, Mike is really tapped in, I think, to what moves things and what moves people, you know? So that's why I always really respect what he does.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
He gets it.
Yeah.
He gets it. You can tell.
Hey, so didn't you like move away for a little bit to DC, or is that like your kind of second home, or?
Yeah, I did move away to DC. I accepted a residency with the National Cannabis Festival.
Okay.
And that was sort of at the height of my, I would say, connection between cannabis and music. So I accepted a position with them, and I moved out to DC. It was crazy because, I didn't really think that I was going to move back to Denver. My intention was not to necessarily move back to Denver because I thought my work here was done. But what I quickly realized is that I was just supposed to kind of build a bridge between the work that I was doing in cannabis and the work that remains for me to do in Denver. Right. And so I did my 2.5 years, my residency there, and was traveling back and forth for a while. And then the pandemic, of course, set in. So I decided it was better to be, here at home for sure.
Spot.
Yeah, most definitely.
So do you still travel back and forth?
Most of my work now is in California. So I haven't been to DC this year, but I definitely am in and out of Cali all the time. And now just recently, a client who's in New Orleans on the cannabis tip. So I'm mostly West Coast, which is just funny because I'm from the East Coast, but I am on West Side time forever. I go to the East Coast, why are you niggas rushing? What?
Right.
Where? What's
y'all
going
hurry to go? Because I'm not.
They are
calm
I'm gonna sit
down.
here. I'm gonna roll this blunt, smoke it, and then I might roll another.
They
blunt.
are rushing quite a bit.
We're gonna wait for traffic to die down. I don't want to sit in traffic with your angry ass on the FDR.
I do like going to the East Coast though, because it just gets you back to being motivated for stuff or just.
Go-getters.
You can
go
go-getters, and then you just it's it gets me all on one when I come back.
Get you going, for sure.
It really does make you
I'm
realize you
annoyed
could
at
do
them
more.
at that point because I usually stay a week or so, and I'm just damn, loosen up, y'all.
Right.
But then I come here and I'm just on fire.
Yes.
You realize you could do so much more.
Yeah.
You're not really. Are you really scheduled out?
But that's what's so great about Colorado is we're so central, so we're able to fly. It's easier to fly from here.
Absolutely. So easy.
What kind of work you got in LA?
Weed work. There's a perfect opportunity to cough, right? So around 2017, I really started to see that when you have a talent and when you have a skill, in order for you to know that you're an expert at that thing, you have to see if you can do it in multiple ways, right?
Right.
So I know and have always known that I know how to bring people together, and I know how to get them together around one particular message and then move them towards a specific goal. I've been doing this shit since I was in kindergarten, right? Inviting people home for birthday parties on the school bus and shit. You understand? I know how to move people.
Right.
So I smoke weed and I work in the music industry, and because Amendment 64 passed, it was very clear that cannabis was going to become a huge part of music industry branding.
Right.
And so in order to learn everything that I needed to know, especially about licensing and all of that work, our work in Los Angeles really kicked up because of the social equity program, which is how I learned a lot about the entrance into cannabis and working with people on getting their license and bringing my ancillary skills, marketing, development, that kind of thing to those kind of clients. So that's what started in 2017. And so now I travel to LA and to the Emerald Triangle, and I work with a couple of growers and some black farmers and some really kind of cool stuff that's happening on the Cali side. Yeah.
That is really.
That keeps you busy,
Yeah, but I be high.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
And high.
That's like JoeThunder saying, he's not high, and I'm over here at bgood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got the best over here, so you know what I mean. I'm gonna say lift it
All the time. I actually really like this. What was it you just said we were smoking?
Papaya
Papaya
melon.
melons. Yeah, it's so smooth.
That's good stuff.
taking the rest of it with me.
Yeah, do
Thank
that.
you.
Do that, of course.
That's all. You,
Naturally.
what kind of new stuff you got going on then in the city? You met your
New stuff in the city. I've been out the way, like a lot of us, really just like taking it to the mattresses and honing in on everything that's like new and happening. And so I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes work, putting a lot of artists on shows, continuing my work with AEG and Live Nation to like promote shows, to create cost accessible options for people to attend shows.
See, that's the plug we need here at the podcast.
Yes. Tickets.
Exactly.
People know
Giveaways.
they want to play shows, they want to see shows, they come talk to me usually. So I
we
get
gotta
it.
talk. 'Cause,
We
you
gotta
know,
talk.
I've been looking for that, and I hit up Francois about it, and it was on my to-do list. So you know what I mean.
Shout out to Francois. Shout out to Francois. Francois's my guy. He is also, the person who Francois is the person you go to when you're like, okay, I need the diplomacy, because Francois can get you in the door, right? Like I can, like once you're
And
in
then
the door,
Johnny's gonna get you to the next door. Couple doors.
Shout out to Johnny. He hasn't been, he's still doing, of course, his like
He's
major
on the low.
touring and global stuff. But when it like Francois is gonna get you like in the room, and then he's like, Godspeed. Okay, so if you go to Francois, you have to have your skills and have your shit ready, because once you're in the room, it's all up to you at that point, right? And then I am kind of the person that like might like introduce you to the person while you're in the room if I'm in the mood. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like when I see Francois, I see him being like, all right, everybody, all birdies fly, go and have a great time, So you got to catch him at that right time.
Yeah, no, he's a good dude. He talks about, like, you're talking about the preparation, how they prep like almost 3 months for their radio show, getting it down perfect. Then they pitched it to the radio station, and boom, you know what I mean? They were on.
Yeah.
You got to come with your shit prepared, you know what I mean? Just like
Yeah.
an artist, you got to have it mastered. You got to have good artwork. You got to have it ready to go, all platforms,
Yep.
Are you having an artist like that as well you're talking about? You said you don't really like that because you're trying to teach them, or not teach them, but let them do it on their own so they can get more value out of it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when I first came into the community, I was meeting a need that no one else was meeting in terms of one-on-one direct action rap with these rappers, going with them to rehearsal, getting them booked on shows on stages they never would have seen otherwise. When I came in, and I don't even be talking my shit usually like this, but when I came in to Westword, I was like, no, we're writing about Midas. We're writing about K-Tone. Like, I want DJ Squizzy Taylor to win the best DJ. Like, that was my influence, right? Because it's important that our culture is like seen and recognized, and a lot of that mission for me did involve a lot of that one-on-one, development with artists. But my skills, and I think my profile in the direction of my own work and my life's work, changed, and so I'm not as available for that kind of work anymore. And that's why so much of my
that beginner shit.
I mean, honestly, like it like for me, it was beginner, because I'm so much better, sharper, stronger, smarter than I was even back then. But everything that I was telling these cats is like, you got to learn how to do it yourself, because you don't even know if I'm doing it right. I can just be hanging out here with my dick in my hand every fucking day waiting on these guys. They don't even, if you don't know how to do it, you don't know if
they have to learn on their own,
They
and
gotta
then be
learn
able
on
to
their
tell
somebody
them
you're
what
paying
they
to do
want,
it is really doing
and then
it.
somebody that knows that is paid to do it will know even extra.
Exactly.
They'll know your way, what you want, and then extra. So yeah, I agree with
100%.
that. You have to go through it, and it is so much
Trial
more
and
organic,
error.
and
You gotta
really
live and learn
from it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
You gotta
really
learn from
grow
mistakes.
from it too, not to so.
Sometimes you just can't even, and sometimes it's like, look, you can't afford to do it right now.
Yeah.
Like,
You gotta wait, you gotta put on pause.
You gotta put it on pause, or
Save
just
up.
like do it yourself.
But definitely when the time's right, like,
Yeah.
You got the bag.
like, what's up?
Right.
I'm
You're
like,
ready.
I'm
You got
about to
everything
have
in
this
line.
bag, Rue.
Right. Holler at me. I mean,
Yeah.
I will say that I get hit up all the time from artists who are like, but I have the money and I have the whatever. And I talk artists out of that kind of work with me all the time, because the passion, for me right now, it's about being moved by it. It's about like, does this fit with all the like bajillion other things that I have going on?
Yeah, it has
that
to be,
passion,
you have to
know.
want to do it. too.
Yeah.
Like your time is precious.
And
these days, so.
I wouldn't be successful if at a project with someone if I didn't like jump out the window, love it, you know?
Yeah,
Exactly.
I feel you on that.
Couldn't do no garbage.
Yeah. Or just some boring, like I ain't got time.
You really
Sounds
have
like
to feel
everything
it.
else. You know what I mean? That shit gotta move me. Move
Is
the
there
crowd.
anybody that's moving you
Yeah,
right now?
totally.
Anything you're really feeling right now?
Yeah, like locally.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Always.
Yes.
Yes.
always.
Look. Okay. So Cyn and I, and actually both. You weren't there, Elvis. You were there at Amisi's listening party.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we seen each other there, and I listened to his record, and I'm always very impressed with Amisi because he kind of reminds me, the clarity in his voice, not of course like the content or the accent or anything, but he reminds me of like Paul Wall.
Right,
You
okay.
know, like when
Really?
Paul Wall raps, you can hear every word that Paul Wall is saying.
very clear.
You can. It sounds like he writes it in sentences, you know, and speaks it so clearly. So I really like Amisi, and we heard his new project, Protect Your Energy. I think it's coming on the 20th.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm looking at Cyn, like confirm it.
I think so.
Well,
I
it's
see-
coming
out.
It's coming out soon. Before you know it, it'll be out.
Yeah, we'll.
There's some good songs.
Because this time's
good.
creeping.
really
Even though
like-
we're out, it's still going by quick. Before you know,
Out of here.
it's gonna be snow.
I know.
Ah,
So I really like Amisi. Obviously, I think that AP is probably the best rapper in
AP.
I
town.
absolutely love
Yeah.
AP.
Yeah,
They've put
he's
me
the
on
best.
so much AP
I have to
these days.
concur.
So much AP.
I
He's
have
he's the best one, and
I
like
have to agree.
we honestly, everybody should probably put all of their resources together and make AP pop.
That's where.
Yeah, that's what we're
we're
talking about. What we want to do as a city is to get more people to support each other. Or like when you see that, support each other, you know, because we're so much stronger together.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what we
100%.
want. Like as at least like the three of us, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build platform for people to be able to help
Yeah,
bring
but-
people up and like.
Hey, what
and
they got
support.
cooking is gonna take them to that next level, though. That Trevor Rich, they call him AP collabo.
It's gonna be crazy. I mean, Trev is an incredible writer. You know, Trev also has a charisma on the microphone.
He does.
Like you can hear it. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
can hear it. Like you can feel his energy through it. And that
There's not many like that.
There's not many
Kendrick,
like that.
Tupac, those are the only ones I know. Guru.
I mean, I don't want like my backpack constituency to get all upset about my choices.
Right, right. I know, right. That's what will happen.
I be feeling it when Jay-Z talks too. I feel it when Big Crit. Like I don't know, you know, like there's a lot of those,
I feel
but
crit. I don't let Jay-Z.
I know how you feel about that. That's why even
Reasonable doubt, maybe.
oh my lord, this guy. Anyway, Trev Rich is he's another. He has
Yeah,
that
Trev's
charisma.
for sure.
I think that Nay Renee.
Nay is
Yeah,
fucking
Nay
hot.
has
It's
that
just-
Sick of
Sound.
it. I'm ready.
She's
my
my
homie.
yeah.
It's time to
Yeah.
blow.
Yeah,
It's
for
time
real.
to
Tell
blow
you.
Nay Renee.
Yep, let's go.
I'm hitting the button. I don't have a button,
See
but
it? You see it? We're working
We're
on
on the
just
same
gonna get
level.
better
We
and
already
better.
know.
better and better.
Those are our
Yeah.
people.
I love her.
love.
She
Me
would
too.
give me
I love
the
Nay.
other day. She FaceTimed me
Love
and she
you,
had
Nay.
this beautiful like rose gold hair. I was like, "Come on, Lil Kim! Like,
Yeah, no,
you
she
know,
is
I heard
fucking
you on the radio. True, like,
unreal.
give me Lil Kim.
Right.
She's
Get
amazing.
It. Don't stop.
I love
Get
her.
it, Get it.
Love
Nah,
you,
there's a
Nay.
lot of dope
Shout out,
artists in the
bro.
city.
Shout out, yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
So many. This new artist, very new artist to me, Finesse B. We are putting him on a show at the Bluebird. Give him, you know, an opportunity to show himself. He's got some really dope, like gutta gangsta ghetto raps. I just love like the depths of, you know, the street life he talks about, and it's so artful. So, someone put me on him, and I was like, cool. Let's give Finesse B a chance. So, that's also happening.
That's awesome. Finesse B.
Hey, you got
Keep your
any
eyes-
shows
keep your
coming up in the next month? Any ones you could let us know about?
There's so many shows happening that I stopped drinking in August and started training. I'm not even kidding.
For real.
I'm not even kidding. I'm like, there's so many shows happening. I need to train my mind, body, and spirit. Like,
Right.
am I ready to climb the Red Rocks like 5 times? Am I going to be able to stand in a loud ass venue and like listen to like Lil Baby? Can I handle that?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, we can.
All
No,
day.
we can. We totally
Just
can.
have a lot of weed. You know,
Yes.
just keep rolling blunts.
The whole
If
time.
you got to take copper squat,
yeah,
just sit
you've
down
been-
Indian style, keep rolling.
Yes.
I got my pass right here. Shit.
Yeah, I'm really excited September for Lil Baby and Dirk. Also really excited about the Dreamville on the Rocks with JID and like everybody, the
That's
whole
gonna be fresh.
like
gonna be crazy.
So hard.
yeah, that's gonna be a really good
JID.
one. Wiz Khalifa and like Busta Rhymes is who on that lineup.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
so excited
I know.
to see.
Busta
His
Busta's
new album
dope.
was fresh too, but I want to hear all that old shit.
Me too. Put your hands where my eyes can
Give me
motherfucking
some
see.
Mo or
Yeah.
else.
Or else.
or else. Or
Jesus.
fucking else. Yeah.
Busta Rhymes goes hard.
Yeah,
He
So
has
hard.
hits
My
for
favorites
days.
ever.
He be killing
Top
it.
5 for sure.
Holy moly. So yeah, those shows are happening. What else is happening in September? October, gosh, like Raekwon and Ghostface and Jizza are coming
homie,
back to town. We also have Benny the Butcher coming in November, which like
Yeah, pumped on that.
Yeah.
Griselda goes-
Where are they
Griselda
that's
goes
actually
hard.
Benny's playing at the Ogden.
Yeah.
I should send you to that show, Joe Thunder.
For sure.
Yeah, what's
I
up?
got
Me
your
too.
tickets for that. Okay, perfect. I'll send you guys to the
Yes, please,
Benny.
yeah.
Benny the. I feel like that's a Joe
Yes.
Thunder. I'm glad you
That's
like
the one.
Griselda.
I
You
missed
can
him
send the
last time.
artist this way too.
Yes,
Love
100%.
Yeah, get some interviews
That's
and
it right
some
there.
weed.
I
Yes.
missed them last
Love
time. They were
Griselda.
like the last they're one of the last concerts before COVID hit. Them and the Baby and Wu-Tang. That little week span was crazy.
Juicy J was in town, or
Yeah.
3-6 Mafia.
And after that, it was like done.
Dead.
Yeah.
Toast.
Yeah, let's go. Griselda. I'm down.
Yeah, okay, cool. Don't let me forget. Because I'm high, but I won't forget.
Let's go.
But yes.
I love
We got
this.
Sharpies
I
you can
love
write
it.
on your
I'm
hand.
with it.
Yeah,
kinda
no,
have to
I
do
mean,
that
I
sometimes
you know,
now.
I that's one part of my my skill.
Just
I have
give
a
us your
photo-
assistant's number.
Yeah,
We'll
exactly. I have a photographic memory,
Yeah.
you know, so I could just like put it in there, and then I'll tell her name is Jen. Be like, Jen, don't let me forget.
What
Benny
are
the
some
Butcher.
great concerts you've been to? Because I know you've been some great ones. I've seen some crazy shit in my lifetime. I'm old,
I mean, yeah. I
so
mean,
that'll just say because
I'm like, I don't know. I'm 37. I ain't scared. I've been out. I've been outside. I've been outside. You know what I'm saying? I've been off the porch.
played in the dirt and everything. Shit, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
out here. Yo, my first concert was MC Hammer.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
And I fucking because my parents were hella into music, right? I
That's
come
so
from like a rowdy West Indian Caribbean family, and so my parents took me to see MC Hammer, and I remember like this dude had on a whole blue silk suit, and he was standing next to us, and I could feel his energy because I was like, why? I'm feeling something in my chest, like why is everyone so excited? And then the lights went down, and he fucking came out like Hammer, I am, and I was like, I'm so sorry, what? bro,
Yeah.
fucking too legit to quit. I was like, I want to do
my
this forever. Whatever that feeling
Right.
is when the lights go down,
That's so
that's
cool.
my
This is it
work.
right here. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
So, MC Hammer. But I have seen some really great shows. D'Angelo.
Never seen D'Angelo.
I seen him at the Ogden.
My first
D'Angelo would be
concert.
amazing.
So good.
I'm going to Erica Badu.
Yes.
She's
Seen
amazing.
Yes, we have
Seen
her.
a couple
Yes.
times.
I've seen
October 18th,
Badu,
same.
yeah, for sure.
First concert, my mom stood in line for tickets for Michael Jackson, and we went. At Mile
You
High
went to
Stadium.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Mile High Stadium.
In
Oh.
Colorado?
Oh,
Yeah,
you are so lucky.
Was that just crazy?
Amazing?
it was
Oh,
ridiculous.
you know it was.
Were people passing out? They used to pass out on Michael.
All of them.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
whole
yeah.
First 5
Cry
rounds.
and pass
Yeah.
out like,
Fainted.
oh yeah.
All
It was
of them.
wild.
Yeah.
It was wild.
It looked like a cult. Like they took the punch.
I even
they
still
drank
have like the
punch.
little program that my mom bought me from that shit.
That's
You know what I mean?
crazy.
That was like my first concert.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
Set you on the right track.
heck
Right.
yeah.
Right? Look at you.
Seen NWA in middle school. Easy E and NWA.
Damn.
I probably shouldn't have seen that.
Right.
You know?
In the 6th grade.
Yeah. I tell people I had to go through 4 metal detectors in McNichols Arena.
Damn.
Yeah. It was
McNichols
wild.
Arena. I seen 112 there, and what was the girl band name at the same time? Like
SWV?
No, it was a number 6-4.
Oh,
Oh,
702.
702.
702. Las Vegas.
I don't fucking remember.
Las Vegas.
It was like
Six
a
four or something.
it was like a middle school perfect attendance
Oh,
concert,
shit.
and like only if you had like
Of course,
perfect
you had
attendance you can
perfect
go.
attendance.
Killed it that year, I guess. I don't know.
About you there, Cyn.
My first one.
What are your first ones if you remember?
I mean, I feel like it was like a cool jam thing, something with Chuck Berry.
Okay, like old school jam?
Yeah, the old school jam ones. And
Like
then,
some cool 107
yeah,
back in
and
the
then-
day type
but
shit?
I do remember Janet Jackson, but it was like when she was like.
Was
It
that
was
at
when
Mile
I
High
was
Stadium?
older. I just can't remember when. I just can't remember any of this shit. But I loved that concert too. But my favorite's only because I got pretty much front row tickets to J-Lo and I bought it for me and my twin sister.
Dope.
Her birthday tour or whatever. Shout out to J-Lo. You
Shout
are
out to J-Lo.
amazing.
Oh my God, waiting for tonight.
Oh.
Let me tell you. Yo, I used to blare on the 6. I was like dating this guy who was just like, are you okay?
Because he was like,
Bro, I would be in there having like J-Lo power ballad like to myself. Like, let's get loud, ho.
Right.
Let's
Let's get loud.
It's like that when you come home drunk and turn on radio and start singing all
Bro,
loud and shit.
yes.
Like,
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
The weed is making me hella giggly. I like it.
I love it.
It's that good
That's
stuff,
good
you know
weed.
what I'm saying?
Super good. Shout out Be Good.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Brah, brah, brah.
All your needs.
That's our sound effects for
I love that.
Be Good.
Works.
Usually Cyn got the board out here.
I think it sounds better with the.
When
Brr,
we do
brr,
it,
brr.
Yeah.
just us.
Now you're
Everybody has a
smoking too
different
much.
horn.
Yeah. Yeah, we all come in
She's
with
all
a different.
Yeah, at a different tone.
Everyone has their own horn.
Shout out DJ Cyn too. I think, Cyn and I are becoming friends and like
Yeah.
getting to know each other. And, I always think that it's so important that like people who are very forward about like, yo, like, I don't know what the bizarre social constructs of this are, but I want to like talk to you. I want to get to know you. And I was like, thank you for like, I had seen something you posted and I messaged you on
Yeah.
Instagram. Like, listen, I hold grudges. I'm working on it, but something you posted just like touched me in a way that like allowed me to have a really interesting thought process. And so I hit you up to be like, thanks for sharing your, unknowingly sharing good vibes. And after that, I was like, yes, DJ Cyn, put me in the fan club.
Oh,
I mean,
no. I
totally
appreciate that when you said that too. That like made my day. It's so good. That's the kind of things you want to hear from people. Like,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't say it. So I
Right.
appreciate that you
100%.
like said something. And now it's dope
So
to get
sweet.
to know you. You're like a boss,
Yeah,
queen.
man. Some days I don't know if I'm going or coming, honestly. I
It's
don't
hard.
know. So I'm like,
You can tell
hard
you're
to be a pimp.
enjoying your life too. Like you love it all. So and that's so important. You know?
Yeah.
So
I'm feeling pretty good.
yeah.
And whenever it gets rough, you just go to music. You know what I mean?
Every time.
I was telling AP that day, I was like, dog, I got a playlist. I'll be bumping, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm ready to get on track. I fucking start with this shit. Reminds me of what's cracking and go to the next. And before you know it, I'm cool. You know?
Hell yeah. That's the point. The healing process.
Yes.
Hell yeah. Music makes me high. Besides be good weed.
Together. Together. Yeah.
That was good.
Skirt.
Huh?
Bam, bam, bam.
Oh, Rue did like blah,
that's
blah,
right.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, it's
Everybody
like,
got down.
everyone
I'm
has to
about
have their
start
tone.
ducking
Yeah.
and shit.
I like that. I'm
Bob and weave, Bob and
About to
weave.
grab the Bigo bag. No, I'm just like,
That's the Griselda though. The
Yeah. Yes.
Do you have like a favorite article you've written? I was
Mm.
gonna ask.
That's a good question. I'm very proud of a lot of the writing that I've done because like putting yourself out there to sort of interpret and tell someone's story is like a lot of responsibility. And so in doing it, I have always found that I was encouraged. I think some things that stick out, because I'm not really like a standard writer anymore, like I'm not publishing articles with my byline anymore. Like so much of my work has changed, but some articles that I'm proud of, like I have written beautiful and amazing things about DJ Musa.
Oh, I love DJ Musa.
How to Survive When You're Dead, My Robot Girlfriend. I've written some like really just like, I'm like, damn, I'm surprised that I was even able to understand that. I've written about him. I've written about, actually this group, it's really funny, Cobra Conda.
Yeah, they're fucking
Does that
crazy.
ring a bell? Joe
Those guys
Thunder?
are
A little
a
bit.
trip.
So Cobra Conda,
Those guys are a trip.
back in the day, they used to really be wildin',
Wow.
right?
Cobra
They had this video called Bitch Better Have My Money, and they like basically kidnapped these bitches and like took them to a garage with some crazy shit. The guy was like getting head in the video. They was like doing mad drugs, whatever, right? And so Cobra Conda consisted of Mikey Musato, shout out to Mikey, living in Long Beach now. Graham Nation, who's a good friend of mine, who's
Graham
like a
is dope,
hella
yeah.
famous hairdresser right now. And Spencer Foreman, of course, who runs
Spencer's dope.
715.
Yep.
He does all that crazy, amazing, dope art.
These guys are
But
sick.
back in the day, they used to be Cobra Conda.
Yeah, they're fucking wild.
And they were doing some wild ass shit. And so
Fucking
they took me
wild.
on a little journey. I was writing about
Did you
them,
say
and
Spencer was part of it?
Spencer Foreman.
Really?
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
absolutely love
bro,
Spencer,
this,
man.
their shows were fucking epic.
Crazy.
I'm sure they were.
Epic.
He's just an
That shit
artist
was
all
wild.
around.
And like Spencer, has always been a genius in that kind of like,
Yeah.
I know how to make shit work way. But they took me on a like wild ass journey so I could profile them and write about them. And I've been around the block, right? And I was shook. I was like, it blew my mind. So I write this like drug, sex, rock and roll profile on these dudes, and it's like some of my best fucking writing. Like you feel like your jaw is numb from the Molly. Okay, it's good writing. Like I can't even front. It's good writing. And all of these like feminists were like, I can't believe you went and hung out with them and you let them off the hook because of the way they treat the women. And I can't. And I mean,
Shit.
there was like hate mail. Like I was always getting hate mail at Westword. And I was writing at Westword. I was always
Of
getting
course.
hate mail. I was always getting hate mail. But that time, like I was like, okay, the feminists are trying to take me to the Salem witch trials on some shit.
Damn.
So it was really controversial, but shout out to Cobra Conda. We had a great time. That's one of my favorites for
I
sure.
got in a fight at their show
Wow.
one time. One of their shows. I swear at the High Dive. I'm not even joking.
I've been at their shows at the
It was
High
because the
Dive.
show was so wild.
The High
That's
Dive,
what
yeah.
happened. and
That's
it
how
just
it goes down there.
It ended up going down, and then it just
Crazy.
it was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy.
They've calmed down a lot, but they're all like really killing it in their careers.
They're
so
all
it's
super dope.
really
cats.
funny.
They're all super
Yeah,
dope
for
cats.
real.
Were they on like some jackass shit or? But amped
No,
up?
no, just wild. Their music was, on like
Party
definitely-
rap, drug
yeah,
rap,
yeah.
But it was
They're
funny
talking about
because
getting fucked up.
getting fucked up and doing wild shit
Doing
with
wild
girls.
shit,
And like,
right.
when I was talking to the women, the women were like, well, no, it was my idea for him to tie me up, actually. I'm like, yes, girl. Like, so it wasn't
Right,
like,
duh.
they were like,
Of course it was.
yeah, like, it was, like, I don't know. I think a lot of it was theater because I know these guys too. And I'm like,
Shock
yo,
value for sure. They're not kidnapping nobody
they're
and raping
not.
nobody. Nothing
They're
like
not.
That. It's for shock
Oh, so
value and
it's,
fun
so it's
and
not
games.
real.
What do you mean?
I don't think it was like even meant to even seem to
No,
be real.
it was
When you say
Obviously,
kidnapping, I think of
they
like
were
some
part of
bum
it.
fights where they like go kidnap.
Nah,
girls
it
or
was
some crazy.
No,
shit
it was
like
their
that.
video.
No.
It was like their music video where
Oh,
they,
okay, I got you.
the girls go with it.
I'm
It's
high.
a whole
Sad
thing.
be good weed.
No, it was. They're definitely. They were just wild. It was crazy. They're street cats, skateboarders, and we all rode
Punk
fixed
rockers
gears.
and all that, yeah.
It was fucking crazy. And it was
Really
tight.
crazy.
It was a cool scene back in the day.
Yeah.
Damn, I wish I was around.
It was tight. Yeah.
It was wild. It
Those guys are all dope.
was a wild ass time.
Hey, who are some of them cats that you're listening to right now, industry wise? What do you listen? What's in your playlist?
I actually have been listening to the Billie Eilish album, and I can't let it go because the production is so crazy. It's very hip hop inspired, which I'm not surprised. Like that's why I like it. It's
Definitely.
just the production is so crazy. But on the rap tip, like, where's my phone? I'm listening to I've been listening to a lot of Lil Baby and getting prepared for that too. But I love the new Vince Staples album,
He's dope.
which is just crazy. He's
super
talking
dope.
that Long Beach shit,
He's sick.
and I love it.
He's dope.
Like that educated gangster shit, right?
I would say, what'd you say? I guess maybe educated gangster. But it's just the story of his hood.
Yeah, the way he tells it too is just fresh. He gets it. Yeah,
I have to
he's
peep
dope.
that.
Yeah, definitely. It's
Vince
only like
Staples is
maybe
dope.
6 songs long. It's
Okay.
not even. It's like I would say a shorter record from him. I also, of course, love "Call Me If You Get Lost," Tyler's album.
I need to check it out. I've been meaning to check it out.
You need to
I haven't.
check it out. Check it out. I think you would like it because it's a Gangsta Grills tape, so it's got that
Okay.
you know
Rappy shit.
DJ drama.
Uh-huh.
Drama's narrating the whole thing, and he's like,
That's-
"Oh, the views from the mountains look great from the lake." That kind of rich nigga shit.
I would say back in the day, that's what inspired our shit, mine and Sam's. Just hearing that shit and be like, damn, these fools, he's just doing an album. He's not getting music from him and doing it. He's taking them in and doing the whole album. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's definitely
Changed
what
the game.
inspired me and Sam do here.
I also have been listening to the new Doja Cat is amazing. I think that parts of that qualify as rap. But yeah, I've just been like vibing on whatever is out. Like I take Saturdays and listen to like all new shit only and across the genres. Like I've really been listening to a lot of Becky Hill. Y'all know about
Yeah,
Becky
my
Hill?
sister loves Becky
Fucks
Hill.
with Becky.
Yeah.
Becky's got these like crazy soulful vocals over big band EDM beats with like pop lyrics. And it's tight.
Get me on Becky Hill.
Get on that Becky
Yeah.
Hill.
Yeah, I need to now. Now I need to take.
Have you heard
that more
of
seriously.
Toby? No.
In Gwigwi?
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
I was about to just fuck that all
Butcher.
up.
Toby and
They're amazing.
In Gwigwi. I could be fucking it up too, to be honest.
Amazing. I love them. I
Yeah,
love them.
they're crazy. Their
They're
whole
crazy.
Give me my money back. No. Fucking it up. Don't
They're
even know.
crazy.
their whole movement is wild.
I like it.
visuals,
I like
everything.
it.
Mhm.
I like it. That's dope.
Yeah, I like Toby. I didn't mention Trace Chapman earlier. I should have mentioned Trace
is
Chapman.
killing it for sure.
Because if I
Shout
didn't
out.
mention Trace, then I definitely am not trying to have the like artsy fly niggas all come marching up to me when I'm in the grocery store.
You like that or what?
No, I'm just saying like Trace.
Damn.
No, because like Trace represents a certain element of the community, and when I said that, I'm not saying like Trace himself would come and
No.
affront me in the grocery store, but Trace represents all the young, fly, artsy niggas.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Totally dope. Stupid
Super
dope.
dope.
It's
Yeah,
time
for
for
sure.
Trace as well.
Right.
AP first,
Right line.
but then Trace.
Right,
Yeah.
right. He was just on BET's some BET show. or
Killed it.
something.
Yeah, he had his song being voted on, and
He's
um,
amazing.
his rollout, his aesthetic. Trace has probably the best aesthetic. Like he's the one who always has the illest art. When he did Exotic Birds, and when he did that album and like the rollout of it, and then ultimately to when we booked his headlining show at the Bluebird, he knew the look, and that's
Right.
why I think Trace is so special, because he knows how to stay within his brand and like make it visually appealing every time. And his raps, I think, have really, elevated and evolved too.
That's
He's
dope.
dope.
Yeah,
So,
had to mention Trace.
No, for sure. Shout out.
Mhm.
Hey, what's your social media so they can check you out, see what's going on with you?
I'm always talking cash shit on the internet, so
So if it ain't money, don't make dollars, don't make sense.
do it if you want. You know what I'm saying? But my Twitter is the perfect Rue, R-U, and my Facebook, you can find me at Rue Johnson, and my Instagram is the perfect Rue, R-O-U-X.
Bring the bag. Cash App is.
Yeah.
yeah.
Bring it.
Show me the money.
Show it.
For real.
Yep.
Worth every dollar.
Thank you.
For sure.
Damn it. It's like, I'm grateful. It's been a good day. My gratitude alarm goes off every night at 7 p.m. And today I thought to myself, I can be kind of a cynical person about like my success or if I'm doing well or whatever. So sometimes I'll be like, oh, like it's not a big deal. But today I was like, you know what? So many people were really letting me know like, yo, we're rooting for you, or like you bring value to this community and thank you for that. And I was like, I'm going to be grateful that I have done what I'm supposed to do that brings these kind of people to me and this kind of energy. So thank you for saying that, Elvis. I appreciate it, because
That's dope.
I mean
some
it.
days I don't know what the fuck's going
I
on.
mean it.
It's
And
like
I'm,
that,
and
like
I'm,
you said.
I'm
We all have those
definitely
days. too.
wanting to do more. So
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we all are
For
here.
sure.
Dope.
No,
You
you're
guys
amazing.
are awesome.
Yep. Hey, well, do you have any kind of like last thoughts? Any kind of
Shout outs. I
any
mean,
shout
I
outs?
think you want to bless this.
Oh man.
Absolutely.
Man, I'm just grateful to be able to do my thing while I still got it. So, if there's ever any way that I can be of use to the greater good, like I'm here for that.
Appreciate that.
I'm someone who's always like, I'm always going to extend a hand, and I'm always going to be available to be of service in ways that make sense. And I also just think that like maybe sometimes people don't find me that approachable, because there's like a lot of mystery, I think, around me. Like sometimes people don't really know what the fuck is going on. And so there's sometimes people make up things, and I just want to say that I know what I have done in this community that can help bring people together, and I want to do more of that. So,
Right.
Feel like you can approach me, or, feel like I can be someone who is on your side, even if we don't know each other or like whatever, or if it seems like I'm like on the moon somewhere, that I am available, because that's what my purpose is in this community. And I'm a member of this community, not just like an observer, like I live this hip hop shit with you guys.
Right.
So when, anywhere I'm at, y'all are at,
Pretty
Come on,
much.
No fuck shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Fucks with it. Family field trip to see Benny.
There you go.
Yeah.
I love it.
Hey, well,
Well,
like
I'm
I
so
said,
glad we got an interview with you finally.
Thank
that
you.
was
Yeah,
I appreciate
so
it.
good to have you here.
by blessing us with the
Yeah.
interview,
Killing
you
it
know?
For
for
real.
Thanks, guys.
They need to know, and they got it right here, you know?
Yay, we're out here.
No more making shit up or no more guessing, right?
No more making shit up. No more guessing. Someone actually, the last word is someone hit me up and they were asking me about something, whatever. I was like, email me. And then they were like, are you still working with the queen? And I was like, I am the queen. Joking, right? I was like, no, I am the queen. And he was like, no. And this is, remind you, a very professional contact, by the way, someone who actually knows me and a very like high level person. And he was like, oh my God, like, I don't know. I've just been hearing everywhere that you're working with Beyonce. I was like,
shit.
what?
That would be a dream.
Bro, I was like, if I was working with
No, but
Beyonce,
I'm
do you think
saying-
I would be answering your
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
Facebook messages about hanging out with my dick in my hand all day? No, I would be on tour with Beyonce. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'm here. I'm in town. Hit me up. Like, let's
go.
connect. Shout
And
out to
yo,
Be
Beyonce.
That was funny.
Good. Beyonce is putting the B&B good. Shout out.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
She's ready.
Period.
Yes.
Done.
Let's do it.
I love it.
Beyonce strain.
Period.
Too
The world
funny, too
needs it.
funny.
Yes.
Hey, well, there you go. You have another episode of Smoking Joe Thunder podcast. My boy Elvis Freshleee, DJ Cyn,
Yeah.
Rue Johnson.
Cha.
We got
Appreciate you.
Don Juan over there filming.
Don Juan with the
Don
greatest
Juan.
smile.
Holding it down.
You can find us everywhere on all platforms. We are out of here.
Yo,
Peace.
Peace.